Hello and welcome back to Torment, Tides of Numenera. So, we got a lot of missions to get to, and we wanna check out the Dendro Chapel. We've been in this place before once, when we got, well, we got knocked on our ass. And in the Fallen Reef.
You bet.
Devourer of Wrongs. This pushcart holds the emaciated corpse of a pauper. His toes and fingers have been... do I want to read that? Do it. Shoot to the bone. No!
You're sure
I
it's
didn't want to
safe?
read that. No. No. Okay. We can touch that. Devour wrongs. We can talk with every single one of them. This enormously fat figure stands alone, motionless, because of its metal mask and the obscuring layers of devices, filters and hoses it wears. You can't be sure if it's a man or a woman, or even if it's entirely human. Its thick neck bulges and clenches as if it was chewing something. Scan talks. This one looks familiar. Some mind, in my mind, once knew him. You recall seeing this being before, standing behind wrists on the execution platform in Circus Minor. This is the guy who wanted to eat Riss. He was all naked then, and he was trying to eat him with his snake. What is your role in the Dendro Hur? I attend executions and eat the condemned once they are dead. Their meat shows me the extent of their guilt and gives me their memories, revealing motive, method, accomplices, and secrets. The Dendro Hur have always performed this service for the city. I would say they are... I see you're immortalizing them. I wouldn't say that. Preserving the knowledge of the dead is a worthy idea, even if it's criminals, I suppose. So they betrayed their friends in death. It doesn't seem fair. You're stealing their honor after they die. Eating dead criminals sounds a bit barbaric. Many of the condemned think so. Some fear it worse than the execution itself. They should not. What's your role in this city's executions again? Okay. Fine.
Yes.
Gazay? This short, squat woman rakes absently at the swollen red tattoos decorating her pale, naked scalp. Her claws draw blood, but she doesn't seem to notice. Her head jerks up at the sound of your footsteps, and her too large mouth widens in a sharp, toothed smile. We greet you, Tenderlink. Yes, we honor your arrival. Her eyes rove over your body hungrily. What brings you to the Dendro Hur, What do you wish to share with us? Her grey and pointed tongue swipes at the ritual scarring around her lips, leaving a glistering sheet of saliva. Who are you? We are the Gazay of the... You may not know the word, but we come from another world, a heavier one. Move rocks. More rocks or less life. What's the name of your people in your language? Gazay barks a rattling growl in your face and slams her teeth together, and she smiles. You see, it does not translate so well. Our world is not like yours. It's not so rich. There are no animals. No. She pauses, frowning. Vegetals? None of those. The only flesh is our flesh. But we are blessed. When we eat bodies, nothing is lost except the corpse. The soul is preserved. She spreads her hands. The dead one becomes part of us. It becomes we. You're saying that the individual dies, but the soul is dispersed among all who eat the body? You're correct. She says, nodding. We give our respect in this way, and we survive. He shrugs. Until we don't. And sometimes someone dies on their own, and the soul is lost. People deserve better. That is why we are here. We heard rumors of the Dendro who are magic, he says, concentrating. Your language utensils clearly give her trouble. It does not stop at the soul. It pulls memories from dead flesh and soaks them into your mind. She gives you a rapturous smile. So we came through a portal in the bloom to learn this magic. We found our way to Sagus. We asked to join. Now that portal is gone, we hear, but we'll make another in time. How many bodies have you eaten? That's just weird. We don't share this. We prefer our feasts to be private, but many. We find our feasts or our own. Wow. I have some questions about the Dendro. No, he chuckles, then covers her mouth with a barbed claw. No, we are not the voice of the Dendro. Denderling. Speak with our leader, Imbitu, instead. Savor his words and drink of his thoughts. You don't want to tell me about the Dendro? Want? We do not speak of want, Denderling. We do not deserve to tell you. She smiles. Imbitu is our voice. Bravo.
Why not?
What is this? This corpse has been partially eaten, gnawed by human teeth. The body cavity is splayed open and most of the organs are gone. I'm just gonna make an I'm just gonna not click on these things. Kiatava. This woman watches you, measuring every step, every twitch of your hands, and yet there is no fear in her. Iron lines her spine and presses her mouth into a thin, even line. You take a wrong turn, she says, studying the nails on her right hand. Don't see many people down here for the light of our company. She steals a cautious glance at the hulking cultist nearby, then returns her gaze to you. You want something? Nothing, apparently. It was farewell was the only option. What is this? A strong aroma of charred flesh rises from the dingy cloth over his corpse. Lift the shroud?
I'll remember that.
You carefully move the shroud to the side. There's no way around it. This dead man was a cast-off, and it would be hard for him to be deader. His flesh is papery, desiccated. His tattoo, or rather the charred remains of it, has burned through his skin into the bone beneath. And of course, there is the matter of his charred eye sockets and his horrified gaping mouth. Parts of the corpse are missing, remnants of an aborted Dendro feast. You aren't surprised they stopped. Touch the tattoo. The last thing you remember before your fingertip grazes the tattoo is a rising buzz. Time stutters and breaks. Panting softly, you awaken leaning against the bier for support. Your arms burns, your temples throb, and white static claws at the corners of your vision. Someone was screaming in that lightness, timeless void. You remember that much, but it wasn't you. None of the Dendro are looking your way. It's a good thing we didn't offer to be their feast when we had the chance. Damn. Mallet.
That's something I could do.
Rin, we're not gonna drop you up with these Dendras. That's for sure. Like, hell yeah! Last guest if I wanna be a Dendro or two. No, you cannot be one! The burly man sneers at you, flexing massive, scarred hands that could easily encircle your throat. His tongue probes his stained, sharpened teeth, and a short, blood-stained club swings from a hook at his waist. So, what are you doing here? Showmate? Laying in the dark? Chuckles long and low.
Here
Fine,
comes the
screw
boredom
you.
Slayer.
Okay, in B2? Let's talk. Ah! A restless corpse. Ibutu beams at you, clasping his skeleton hands together like a tangle of twigs. Such a curiosity you are. I'm having Folsom investigate some troubles in the underbelly. Can I ask you some questions? Oh, that's a good thing. Scoper told me that you are people may have found a man killed by a strange creature. Wow, that's a lot of options here. Let's go with that. Yes! I believe I know the poor man. Dry as a leaf, hollow as an eggshell, barely any mind left in there at all. He clucks his tongue. Inspect him at your leisure. He's the one with the charred skin on his brow.
I'll remember that.
Now, I don't know much about him, he says, chuckling. Though I can assure you, plumb the depths of his mind and the body for answers, but I seem to recall seeing him before, possibly not through my eyes, mind you, in the cliff's edge. He was coming out of a building near the Churgical parlor. I'm helping Folsom investigate some troubles in the underbelly. Can I ask you some questions? I changed my mind. Go ahead and kill me and eat my flesh. I mean, like, that is probably not a line I ever want to say in my life, so we're never gonna say that. Tell me about your cult. Yeah. We worship the great Queen Sal Laboon, Lady of Maggots, Goddess of Entropy, and Guardian of Empty Barrier, he says, then pauses, tapping a muddy tooth thoughtfully. Although worship is the wrong word, perhaps. He points the altar nearby. It displays a skull with a flat, unforgiving eyes buried in its hollow sockets. She waits on the other side of death with her billions of squirming children. They devour whatever passes into their dream, and rightfully so. Everyone must eat. His eyes twinkle fondly. But whatever she and her children eat is lost forever. And so the Dendro work to preserve the minds and the mysteries of mortals before death claims them. We hold their shrill little thoughts in our minds and let them tumble around as they will. Oh, it feels marvelous. Tell me about yourself. Oh, there isn't much to tell. I've spent most of my years in this little chapel, he says, casting a fond look around. The Dendro has rather consumed my life. Why did you join the Dendro? Well, that's a good question. Very good question. I congratulate you on asking it. He rubs his hands together with a papery sound. I cannot tell you much. Outsiders rarely understand what calls us to the Dendro, but you have kind eyes, and so I will tell you that it was a kindness. Beyond that, however, I cannot answer. My apologies. I want to know more about what you drew to the Dendro. And I would love to tell you, he says, and it's clear that he would. But the full answer is rather tangled in the mysteries of our order. I simply cannot indulge you again. My apologies. Oh, farewell. Let's talk about something else. How about some Dendro questions? Lovely! This may surprise you, but we rarely get curious visitors. Most people seem quite nervous about us. He wets his cracked lips and awaits your questions with polite interest. What is the purpose of the Dendro again? What does your cult's name mean, anyway? The old man's eyes dart from side to side and he leans in. Nobody knows, he whispers, delighted. It's a mystery. Isn't that wonderful? How long the Dendro existed? Centuries, he declares. Though how many I couldn't say. We aren't devoted to paper records, as you might imagine. We prefer keeping them in our heads. He runs his tongue along the edge of his rotting teeth. Also, and this is slightly embarrassing, none of us managed to eat our founder. He simply disappeared one day. Can you imagine? That's pretty embarrassing. Okay. Who founded your cult? A man named Melmoth Leviarm, he says and sighs. I do wish one of us had managed to eat him. Okay, let's talk about something else. I'm helping Folsom investigate some trouble in the Undercity. Can I ask you some questions? Of course! And do tell Folsom hello from me. We are dear friends. He raises a finger. Well, he frowns more than I smile, but we do have a grand time whenever we meet, which is often. I'd like to question your acolytes. Would that be alright? Can't allow it, I'm afraid, he says with a thin smile. Not without reason. They're young and easily distracted from the path I laboriously carved before them. Perhaps another time. One of Folsom's protégés was murdered. Do you know anything about it? I suppose we can suspect that he was eaten, but that must be really fast. And why would not eat the hand? Not a thing, he says, then grins. Why am I a suspect? No. Ah, he says, looking disappointed. Do tell me if you change your mind. Are you sure you don't know anything about the murder of Folsom's protégé? I don't. I wish I did. Even in the best of times, Folsom is such a surly diner companion. I can only imagine his mood now. I'm done talking about the investigation now. So soon? He says, folding his hands. Very well. No, I'm not. I've changed my mind. Go ahead and kill me and eat my flesh. I think I'm gonna take a pass on that.
Are our bonds.
Maybe we can talk with these guys anyhow. Now, you know anything? No, he's not saying anything. Okay. So, looks like I don't have the option to talk with them whatever. Whatsoever. Okay. That's the last one. You are wrongs. Okay, never mind that. We can't. There's no conversation option like that. So we need to go to the Stitcher caves and maybe that we made a friends with the sticker. Now they're gonna let us in or something like that.
Of course.
Perhaps. Hey, Chickect! You got a lesson in? Egg friend. Chickect whistles. The smell of dust and closed air surrounds it. The creature is clearly glad to see you. Oh, really? Stitch dig deep, like promise. Rock not as good there. The scent of a pocket of trapped gas arises, the equivalent of a shrug. But check promise. Stick a move. Human one travel? Whoa, yes! Oh, travel where? Show more. Yeah, you dig under the city, right? Can you take me someplace? Stick bows, almost scuttling, and a warm smell of cooking rock rises from its back. Rent to Sticka, yes. No pay for you, free. Oh, really? Can you bring me to the ledge in Cliff's Edge? Oh, really? I've heard that the changing god to the sanctuary underneath the city. Can you take me there? He bows. Yes. For Sticka friend, yes. Can take to Egg Tunnel. Then walk to place, yes? He knows about it! Awesome! Whoa! This place stands out. The Emerging from the freshly dug tunnel, you find yourself in a small chamber with veins of refined metal glimmering along the ground and walls. Chikekt turns to face you. Place beyond was egg rooms, hatching chambers. Its claws work up and down slowly. Future sticker moved far away. Sanctuary on other side of nut nest. Uh-oh. That looks like a sorrow?
Updated my journal.
Or not a sorrow. It looks something. Okay, what do I do here? It's not what I wanted to do. Can I move around here?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Warm sinews of light lace the walls, spiraling into the base of a hollow statue. It gleams in the same color as the glowing shards, faint scratches along the base, about the size of a sticker's claw, suggest they hit the statue while tunneling and could not extract it. Round tubes with apertures of varying sizes connect to the central drum. A soft breeze from a newly dug burrow behind you hums it over the openings. The gnarled metallic veins running through the rocky walls deaden the noise from the device. It is unlikely to be heard outside this room. Blow into one of the apertures. Your stomach flips as a wave of vibrating air buffets you as for a fraction of a second. Golden light flows up from the seams into the statue, forming a looping pattern in the center of a drum. As the rumbling continues, energy coruscates along the veins in the rock, running into the device. After a moment, the sound gutters and dies away, but wispy tracings of the pattern continue to glow on the surface at approximately the size of a human hand, though the shape is more like a dozen tentacles. Okay. Place your hand on the light tracings. The same sound you heard before rattles your gut. It sputters but remains on, the acoustics having deteriorated over the millennia. Though the sound is intermittent, there is something fascinating about it that forces you to pay attention. You easily tear your focus away, but the effect might be stronger if the statue was fully intact, especially on a creature with non-human psychology. A rough grumble escapes Elegant's throat. Psychic effect? That device is broken, and likely wasn't built for humans, but if it's used on the right creatures, it might be keep them wrapped for the time. Right?
All right.
Let's reach inside. Whoa. Just inside the tube, the soft, hypnotic vibrations continue to resonate from the statue. It's subtle to be felt from more than a few meters away. Before the statue was damaged, the sounds were probably audible over a wider area. Just inside the tube, you feel a piece of the loose material. It pulls free with a light tug. Whatever technology this statue represents has been worn away by digging and time, but the fragments may still be useful to you. Septhelic rush. Okay, fine. Okay, we're taking that. So this is useless. Leave the statue alone.
All right.
What is this?
Let's go.
Smooth gray tendrils snake in and out of the rock along this wall, eventually growing out to cover the nearby doorway. Though metallic in texture, the material has grown like a vine or fungus. The individual strands are hard but warm to the touch. The inky black tendril, with the sparks darting from its tip, extends from the blossoming, tightly bound creepers. You might be able to pull it free from the vine. Low natural and quick fingers. Or smashing or low natural. Let's go with that. Try to find the grain of vine and pull it against it. Attempt to wrench the tendril of the vine. Try to do that. Pretty good at smashing. You brace your leg against the rock wall, grip the vine and pull. It pops free. The other strands loosen and separate as you move the tendril by them, then wind back together. Oddity fragment. Okay. So that's it?
Alright.
Without the fragment that repelled the others, the vine has wound itself back together.
Why, of course.
Okay. That was very convenient that the... Oh. What? It actually
Yes.
is a door?
Got it.
Is a sticker-made door?
I'm going.
At last.
It looks like it's a sticker design. This device is larger and more pristine than the other statues you found in these tunnels. Two rounded drums are driven deep into the stone floor. Trays of light swirl in dizzying patterns across their surfaces, knotting in and around each other in tight gyres. Those glowing threads are similar to the ones on the other statues you've seen, but much more complex. Almost inaudible hum permeates the air around the machine. I believe we are better with machinery. Manipulate the light patterns with your fingers to activate the machine. Not you, though. He's okay with it. What? Machinery is actually speed-based? Okay. Well, you suck at it. But you gotta do it. Done it! You slide your fingertips across the surfaces of both drums, drawing the strands of amber toward the center. Shuddering energy builds in the hollows of the statue. Your hands meet. A burst of golden light erupts from the machine. For a fraction of a second, your mind is wiped clean. Stunned.
All right.
What?
Done.
Okay. This place is kind of hard to figure out. A lot of stuff you can interact with. Can I do it and think with it? The glowing statue emits a low hum that tugs lightly at your mind, trying to draw your attention. The sticker cannot seem to resist as you can.
Yes.
Trust
Okay.
and honesty are our bonds.
Oh, come on, kid. I
Yes.
love you, but jeez, you don't have to say that every 5 seconds.
Look out below! Above!
Okay.
Sideways!
What about this? Can we do anything with that? The glowing statue emits a low hum that tugs slightly at your mind. Okay,
All
whatever. Fine. Fine.
Let's go.
Oh, it doesn't work. Low humming. What is this? Gloves? Odd gloves? 6-finger gloves? Damn, take it.
Action!
Can we
Here
go?
I come!
Oh. Go! I'm sorry
Of
about
course.
that. That was not the right call.
Yes.
Can we go there? Okay, let's go. Glowing statue. Ah, it doesn't work. Well, we
Yes.
all need to go back.
Ow!
I'm sorry about that.
I am the very soul of action!
Maybe we can heal up. I know we have
Yes.
some heals.
Thank you. Don't push me.
Danger
him
awaits!
those as well.
Oh, that's
Should
much
be-
better.
should be good
Just
enough.
like that.
Just in case we had a surprise fight. Possibly
Yes.
not. This is just the deep sticker tunnel. What is this? Loot? Fruit's ears. When you insert this set of plugs into your ears, you can suddenly hear through the ears of another being. Pulling out the earplugs and reinserting them into your ears links you to a different individual. Overheard speech seems to be completely incomprehensible of an alien each time, so the target individual are probably distinct in space or time or both. Take it.
Fine.
Can I use these things like oddities? Like not.
It's a plan.
Well, if you say so. Oh, don't go in there. That's buried crossroads.
Why, of course.
We've got to make sure that we explore this entire place before. Oh, right. This is the door.
Happy to help.
Let's take a scope at the entire place. So we can't do anything with it.
You've got it. Let's go.
So, looks like we scoped
You
at the
got it.
entire place. And that goes to the underbelly. Oh, underbelly? Seriously? What about this place?
Learning begets doing. Or is it the other way?
So we don't have the way to...
At last.
We don't have the map. Let's just go to the area. Whoa! That stands out even more. Sleek and streamlined, this machine hums with energy. You are fairly certain that it came to life just as you entered the chamber.
All right.
What about this? You poke idly around this old machine. It feels strangely and vaguely familiar, but memory's faint itch is fleeting. You have the barest feeling of images and information flickering around you, but nothing concrete and nothing that lasts for more than a millisecond. Investigate the machine. You run your hands across the machine, try to lift it and interact with it in other ways, but nothing seems to work. It's a mystery to you. The flickering and the incomprehensible data reminds you of Cadestige. You'd likely know what to make of the device. Okay, so we need to take Cadestige with us.
If you want a job done right.
That's cool. Whoa, what is this? Light range weapon, energy damage, +3. Per effort applied. That's pretty good. Medium melee weapon. That's pretty good too. Healing sword. Tome of singing to... Okay, what is this? The pages of this ancient heavy book rustle as if wanting to be turned. A cast of tattoo is inscribed onto the title page. Someone has attached a much newer tag to the binding which reads exclusive property of Falinda and Steristi booksellers. Wow, really? Found the book. There's some good stuff here.
Making a note.
And to equip these. Like, I can have that as my main weapon. And we can have a healing sword. Can I use healing sword as my main weapon? I can, but maybe I have a disadvantage on it. I'm pretty sure that I have disadvantage on it. I have disadvantage on medium weapons. For being a nano. Damn. He doesn't. He can use this medium weapon like crazy. Okay. Never mind that for now. So we have that. So we are definitely making some progress here. That's good to see. And we need Cadestige. This device looks like it was once part of some larger device or network of devices embedded in the rock beneath the city. The thick cables disappear into holes in the wall. The machine gives off a low hum just at the edge of your hearing. Anamnesis, it feels oddly familiar. Try to figure out how the machine works. Touching the edge surface reveals a display interface, but it seems unresponsive to your gestures and commands. The display does show a vast network of other devices it must be connected to. If you're reading it correctly, there is a vast array of machines and engines operating somewhere underneath the city. This interface might control them. Try to use the interface. You poke it, swipe it, yell at it, speak gently to it, but the interface is completely unresponsive to your commands. Alright, doesn't work.
On it.
At least not with what we have. Whoa, 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 what is this? Sorrow looms from this skillfully created mural. You can almost feel its clammy tendrils wrapping around your heart. Its inhuman victims twist and writhe, pleading for impossible mercy. Some of the glowing hands on this machine have gone dark. Seems to be dying.
Let's do it.
Okay, what is this in the middle? It's a cool... Uh-oh.
Let's go.
Staggering array of mirrors and lenses encircle you. Cables run from their backs to various machines scattered through the room. Behind the display, you hear a hinge creak. Study the lenses and mirrors. The mirrors twitch as you gaze from surface to surface. Eventually, you realize why. They are attuned to your mind. You can move each one as effortlessly as your own hand. Every surface shows something else besides your reflection. A sliver of glass highlights a red cord around your throat. A small oval mirror lingers on a pulsing blue star beneath your forehead. The mirrors to either side of the large central mirror periodically flash purple. The tiny lenses above it all crane their necks to study you. Anamnesis, and you sense danger here as well. No, not sense, remember. You remember that these mirrors are directed not just at this world, but at others as well. You can see things in these mirrors that aren't visible in the naked eye. And if you aren't careful, they see you too. Move the slivered mirror that shows the red band around your neck. Mentally, you jostle the mirror and feel an invisible noose close around your throat and tighten. Gasping, you sink to your knees, fall to your side, and your vision goes dark. You realize that if you survive this death, you found a shortcut into the labyrinth. How convenient.
I can't die.
What? Seriously? Oh my. I got sent back to the labyrinth.
All right.
It's called the Calm. Oh. I got sent back over here? Got better.
You're back! Adventure awaits! Somewhere.
Okay. Try not to get killed. No. Watch for the purple glow on the side mirrors. As soon as you look at the mirror to your left, a torrent of radiant lights flows through you, nearly tugging you off your feet. You regain your balance just in time to see the light pass into the mirror on your right. In that mirror you see a machine aglow with the same purple light you spotted before. If you allow the light to carry you, chances are that it will take you to wherever that machine is. Look at the purple glow in the side mirror again and allow it to carry you through the opposing mirror. A flood of purple light streams from the mirror as soon as you look at it. It lifts you from your feet and carries you into the mirror on the other side. Here goes nothing. What? We're back? I'm so confused. We may need to rest up though. Avian? Hey, don't you mind me just teleporting in here? Oh, we have a lot of shins, by the looks of it. I would like to sleep then. Yeah, I'll pay.
You have no idea. Thanks.
Wake up, the woman says, and you do. She stands, arms folded, watching you with a grim expression. There has been another murder in the underbelly, he says. A little mutant named Crooked Quick also wants words with you. She turns to walk away. If I were you, I'd head down there now. Continue. That's good. So we definitely need to go back to that. Actually, we don't need to go back.
Do it.
We found the book. She wanted it, right? Might as well do it right now. Falinda, I believe
Look out below!
you were the
Above.
one.
Sideways!
The thief returned, Mansion says. Falinda wondered why, but did not ask. Here's the tome of Singing Thorns.
I'll remember that.
Falinda snatches Falinda snatches the book from the thief's hand, the merchant says, doing so. And yes, it was the same book, still sealed, still worthless, still priceless. The merchant traces the sigil on the cover for a long, silent moment. As a reward, Falinda invites the thief, the customer, to take one of the merchant's more ragged books as payment. Stock space was limited after all, and the customer would be doing Falinda and Steristy a favor. You lean forward to examine Falinda's bookshelf. That was, after all, the purpose of the establishment. Angul and the Greater Good, the rise of the Angular Knights, 2 weeks and a day in pleasure wagons of awesome traveling and menagerie and the soaring circus, humming and hiding, the secrets of the labyrinth of sound, no powers. Oh, whoa, whoa. Looks like we are getting a skill book. No powers. A historical examination of the rulers of the Ninth World. That's some kind of knowledge. Angul and the Greater Good. The rise of the Angular Knights. 2 weeks and a day in the pleasure wagons of the Ossams, traveling, Megarine, and soaring circus. Let's do it! Third one looks like a sneak book. And the third and fourth one looks like a knowledge book. And the second one possibly a knowledge book as well. Do it. Concealing surprise, Falinda handed the book over. Tales of lustful abandon hardly seem the customer's type. Why won't you tell me why you're narrating everything I say? The thief pleaded. He still did not understand that Falinda wasn't speaking. That what the thief was hearing was the passage of time. So I got a book that details. No. We actually got a book. It is just actually a valuable book. You can read it if you wanna. Also, we got some information possibly about the sorrow. We talked with the Dendro Hurcotus, and maybe this guy will appreciate that. Zalfi Glovers. No, no. It doesn't work. Not yet, though. We need to head back to the Order of Truth and ask...
Action! Here I come!
Calistage, that's how she's called, to come with us. And possibly we need to dump Rin. Come on. This is just getting out of control. I mean, like, I love you, Rin, but... Oh my god. You're useless. And we're going to dangerous places. You're gonna die.
Final! Something to do!
Perhaps she can come with us as long as we don't run out of things to do. But, I don't know.
Why, of course.
Can we just make her go for this gate? I just feel like... I don't know. Maybe the stickers. Maybe the stickers will help us.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe we explore more of that, I don't know, cliff part of town. And,
All right.
and we get more information. Maybe we find a home for her, because, I don't know.
Final!
Actually,
Something to do!
we need to just get rid of Aliger. Aliger, as much as it pains me to say this, actually, let's continue on. I think I might just need to take away his weapon. Maybe a dick move. But, I don't know. Aliger? He waits quietly, his eyes regarded. I think it's best if we part ways, at least for now. And I thought we were getting along so splendidly. The irony in his voice is betrayed by it, the hurt in his eyes. I'm sorry! I mean, like, I like you, but, you know... I mean, like, I need Calistige right now, and I do want to give her a shot as well. But fine, if you need me again, find me at my workshop. It's in the underbelly, where we actually know where it is right now. And we explored the underbelly, so that's nice. Anyhow, I believe
Learning
this.
begets doing.
Okay.
Or is it the other way?
I believe this is a good time to take a break. Hope you guys had fun. Tell me if you did, and see you around. And have a good one.